Hey guys, and how's it going? So today what I want to share with you is a fry bread recipe. Now, no, I'm not Native American, but my uncle married a lady, my aunt is Native American, and she's full-blooded Native American. So, and this is a really simple recipe. She used to make it for us when we go to her house, and we'd put cinnamon sugar, butter on it and eat it like a treat. So it's kind of like an elephant ear that you get at the fair, and it's a really simple recipe, guys. It's only got four ingredients. That's it, and it's got 4 cups of flour and 2 teaspoons of salt and 2 teaspoons of baking powder and almost probably about 2 cups of warm water. That's it. Yeah, it's really simple recipe. And I already got my 4 cups of flour in here, and I got my 2 teaspoons of salt and 2 teaspoons of baking powder in there. So then all I need is water, guys. So let me get some water and we'll get started. So one of the reasons why I think I really like this and to make it is because you can use your hands. I already washed my hands. I washed them twice actually. So you want to start by putting a little well in your dry ingredients, and then you pour your water in the middle of that, and then you just start basically doing it, mixing it up with your hand. This is so simple, guys. When we were kids, my aunt would let us get messy and dirty, and it's just so fun when you're a kid, you know, to make something that you're not supposed to get messy and dirty, but she would let us. So it was always a treat when we went to her house to make this. So then you just mix it with your hands. And you kind of want to scrape the sides of the bowl. See how I'm doing it like that? Scrape the sides of the bowl to get it really really good and kind of mushy. And you know when you need more water because see how this is kind of flaking apart? That's a telltale sign that you need a little more water. So you just kind of want to keep mixing your water in there so that all your dry ingredients get incorporated together. And it's okay if you have it on your hands like this. It's okay, it will come off. Yep, it will definitely come off, guys. So don't worry about it. Yep. The main thing is that you want to get all your ingredients mixed together. And it's going to be a little tacky because that's just kind of how this recipe is. And if you get it too kind of like this doughy, that's okay. We can add a little more flour. That's what's kind of nice about this recipe, is because it isn't an exact science. And a lot of you that make a lot of bread recipes, biscuits, you don't have to be exact in your recipes. So we got a little bit too wet, so we're gonna start incorporating a little bit of flour just to keep it from getting a little too wet. Still a little too wet, so. And this is really great. And you don't use yeast. This is all it is. Flour, your salt, and that's it, guys. It's not like a regular bread recipe, which is kind of nice. It's very nice. Because bread, if you get your yeast too hot, then it kills it and get all kinds of trouble. And you don't have to wait as long for it to raise, so that's always good too. Still a little tacky, so we'll do a little bit more. And when your fingers get all kind of gooped up like that, that's okay. Just scrape them off and just put that dough back in there. Yep. And you can kind of tell when it starts to firm up just a little bit. You want it a little soft, but not overly sticky. Yep. A little soft, but not overly sticky. and you can kind of gauge. The more you make it, the more you really understand the consistency of it. It's just like making regular bread. After a while, you know when it's done, you know, just because you get the experience of making it. So let's move that out of the way there. All right, and I think we got it. It's still a little bit sticky, so I'm just gonna do a little bit more on the outside here. Let me get this off my fingers a little bit too. But when we were kids, she used to let us make this, and man, I tell you what, when you're a kid, you love to get all messy and gooey and ooey, and she, when we went to her house, it was okay, you know, it didn't matter. So that's what's the fun of it, was making it, and then of course eating it. So. Alright guys, so that looks pretty good. I'm going to put just a little bit on the top. Make sure the bottom's all mixed in. And it's soft, but yet it's a little bit firm. And I'll show it to you. So, and it's going to be a little warm because of, so you see how it's soft, but yet it's still a little bit firm. That's what you want. And then you basically let it sit for 30 minutes, guys, and then we're gonna come back and we're gonna divvy it into little balls. So it's getting really exciting. I love to make this because I can get as messy as I want and nobody's gonna yell at me, you know. All right, guys, so stay tuned for a second. Okay guys, so after you let it sit for about 30 minutes, then you want to separate it into little balls. And I'm going to show you how you do that right now. So basically you take a little clump like this, and it's going to stick a little bit, so just throw some flour on there, and basically you just roll it till it's a ball, and then put it on a little cookie sheet. Okay, that's it. That's all you do for that. Really simple, guys. This is probably the easiest kind of like bread dessert kind of that you can make, and it's just a little ball. You can kind of see. That's it. Just about a little bit of my hand, and you can make them smaller if you don't have a cast iron pan that's big enough to accommodate these. You can always use a smaller one. So then all you do is separate it on a cookie sheet, and then you let it sit for probably about 10 or 15. I'll put another one in real quick. All right. So you take your dough ball, and you're just gonna pretty much knead it around to make basically you're making just pizza dough bread, really. You're making like a pizza bread base, and make it kind of round or whatever, and then just lay it in there. That's it. And make a little hole in the center so that the air can escape. That's it. I really love making these. And Alicia, I don't think I've ever made these for Alicia, actually. So this is a treat for her too. And then what I like to do is use a paper towel and make sure I have the other side. Just dab it, make sure that it's not too wet. Pull a piece off, and we're gonna taste it. It's so good. It's really yummy, guys. It's not like a bread dough. It's kind of like a donut cake mixture. It's kind of what it tastes like. And it's a lot lighter than having the yeast in it. And you can have fun with it. You can put spices in it as well. You can put garlic and make like a garlic bread. You can put cinnamon sugar butter on it. Like my aunt, she'd make cinnamon sugar, coat it with butter, and then put cinnamon sugar mixture on it, on top of it, for us kids when we came out from outside to play. See, you just brown it up and then flip it over, guys. It's really good. Let's give Alicia a piece and see what she says. Okay, guys, let's listen to see what Alicia has to say.
Okay, guys, this is like really good. It's not like a. It almost tastes like an elephant ear, but it's a little bit heavier, and it's really good. Cinnamon and sugar on this thing. Your kids will eat this up. Well, that's what I'm about to do.
Yeah,
but
yeah, my aunt,
really good.
My aunt would make these for us, and I'm telling you what, guys. I mean, talk about a light treat. And I don't think they taste heavy at all. It is a lot like an elephant ear, and just like she said, it is might be a little bit heavier, but they're so yummy.
But like for this, like for dinner, like to put like garlic on it, like garlic butter or something.
Yep.
And to have it with like, I don't know, lasagna or something, this would be delicious.
Oh yeah. And like I was saying, you could put all types of spices and stuff in your dough bread before you even fried it.
Oh, that would be good.
Yep. Yep. So you just want to make a nice circle. And I might have made my balls, my dough balls a little bit big, but that's okay. Guys, you can make this as big or small as you want them. Sky's the limit on this. There's no right way of cooking. And that's one thing that I really love about cooking, is that there is no one perfect way. So, all right, guys. You guys want to take a peeper? Let's put you guys up here for a second. This thing doesn't not want to cooperate. Okay, so here's the end product, and I'll show you. It's really thin, kind of like a pizza dough, and you can use this and make individual pizzas or breads, or in place of a pita bread. And check this out, really crunchy. You can make them as dark or light as you want them. Put butter, cinnamon sugar on them, guys. It's so tasty. It really is. So I hope you enjoyed this recipe, guys, and have fun with it. The best thing about cooking is that sky's the limit. Do whatever your heart feels, make it yours. But that's fry bread in a nutshell, guys. It's really simple. Hope you enjoyed this video, guys.